Hey, cousins. I want to give a round of applause to all of you cousins because y'all showed up and showed the fuck out this weekend in the comments, being active, watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Give me a round of applause. Give me a round of applause too. Yes. We both working with each other. Excellent. I love it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, practice self-care. You doing what you got to do. If you're looking for something outside of pro wrestling, please head over to Girl What They Got to Do with Wrestling. It is always pizzopping. With that being said, I think it's very important that we listen to this snippet of Paul Levesque. This is very important. It needs to be documented. This snippet of Paul Levesque.
We have to do this again, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Monday Night Raw with so many questions and so many twists and turns coming out of this.
So many questions, so many unanswered things. Who was the masked man at the end? All of the things that you want to come away from not being answered are there sitting in front of you. Monday night is going to be epic, by the way.
Monday night, today, December 1st, is going to be epic. E-P-I-C, epic. Do you understand what epic means? Do you understand the ramifications when you tell somebody something's going to be epic and they need to be prepared for all of the exciting and fantastic things that is supposed to happen? Epic. Do you understand what that means when you make a comment like that after you give such an epically terrible ass PLE? Epic. Relating to or characteristics of an epic or epics, like Beowulf, right? That's an epic. A long poem, typically one derived from ancient oral tradition, narrating the deeds and adventures of heroic or legendary figures or the history of a nation. Epic, big, grand, impressive, large in scale. Epic. You know what we got? We got minuscule, minute, nonsense. What's on TV? Let me pull my phone out. We got half the crowd going to the bathroom. Most are on their cell phones, focused on other things, getting drunk. Can't wait to yeet and skeet. That's what we got. That's what we got. So basically nothing new. This is your Monday Night Raw not really review for December 1st, 2025 down at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. Joe and Wade on the 1 and 2s. The lovely Alicia Taylor doing her thug fizzle. We opened the show in an epic fashion. With Japanese schoolgirl-esque Io Sky and Papa H's side bitch, Rhea Ripley. Isn't that fantastic? And these hoes got their hands on the microphone. I said, oh man, it's about to be epic. Essentially, Rhea Ripley said, War Games, her and Charlotte and the other girls got together and did their thug fizzle, and now they have to move past that and focus on the Kabuki Warriors because the Kabuki Warriors decided to mess with my best friend. They decided to mess with my scissor sister, Io Sky. And so we got to pull them together and get them together in the ring. We are next in line for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And then we get Mother Bone and Alexa Bliss coming in there with baggy tights on and knobby knees. And essentially, Mother Bone said, yeah, I don't wait for nobody. So if you two hoes is feeling froggy, we can go ahead and mix it up. Alexa Bliss said, yeah, after we get our tag team titles and our rematch, then you two hoes could come and see what we got going on. So what we gonna do? They booked a match. Them four booked their own fucking match. Okay? Because apparently Adam Pearce was busy all night getting nothing done. Adam Pearce got absolutely nothing done tonight. He had one fucking job, and that job was not fulfilled tonight. Unless I missed something. Because although I was there watching the show, mentally, I was somewhere else. I was literally floating off into the sky, okay? Adam Pearce was back there talking to Nick Aldis on the cell phone. He said basically, listen, I got some of you hoes over here, and so I'm gonna let them go ahead and book their match because we ain't doing shit. What time you gonna meet me at the bar? Nick Aldis said after he get through with his hoe, Mickey James, mixing it up with her, then they can meet down at the bar and get him mixed up. He said he had to tighten up his shit real quick. His shoulders has been loose lately. He had to get that together. Adam Pearce was like, cool, that sounds good to me. Then he hung up his phone. And the next thing he knows is Ivy Now, who came out the woodworks. Bitch looked like she crawled out of a goddamn attic. The pit bull in a skirt. She said, listen, I've been in the attic with the flowers, and I'm gonna need to get a match or something going on because I should have had that title first. He said, well, you know, Maxine, she down at the dungeon with Natty. So once they get through breaking each other's asses apart, I'm gonna go ahead and tap you on the shoulder and get you in there. How that sound? She was like, yeah, I guess. Then he turned around and it was old fat ass Paul Heyman, who liked to beat up little kids apparently. So Adam Pearce was like, listen, not tonight is not the night. I got shit to do. I got to figure out who this masked man with the fat ass is. What is it? Paul Heyman was like, first of all, why are you always blaming me for shit like I'm guilty? Adam Pearce was like, are you not? He said, yeah, I'm guilty. But here's the thing. My boy, Braun Breaker, he pinned your boy, CM Punk, Uncle Phil. And so we need to go in the office and we need to talk about some things. So let me open the door and you go head on in. Pierce was like, no, after you, bitch. No, he said, bitch, after you. After you, girl. And they went on in the room to do their thing. We got a video cap of John Cena and CM Punk's rivalry. And, you know, the pipe bomb and everybody's dicks was hard. First match, Jey Uso versus LA Knight in the Last Time Is Now tournament. All you got to know is Jey Uso seemed like he was fighting for his fucking life. Run it back, run it back, run it back. It's just me, oosh. Day one, it's just me, oosh. Day one, it's just me, oosh. Day one, it's, yeah. Run it back. Run it back. It's just me, oosh. Day one, it's just me, oosh. Day one, it's now. Imagine if I just do that for the whole podcast. Yeah, because he was already gassed after he was ooshing and douching with the audience. So LA Knight came in there and essentially kicked his ass. And I will give it up to Mascot Jay. He seemed like he really wanted this real bad. He was fighting for his life. And he almost had, bruh, but he got rolled up tight. That fat ass was in the air for the 1, 2, 3, and LA Knight moved on. I said, what? Because I just knew Jay was about to win this. No, LA Knight moved on. LA Knight moved right on. And then Jay was in the corner and he was mad. He took out his grills and he was over there growling. He tore up the little prom situation and he was banging his head on the table and his shoulders was high and he was tense and he walked to the back like he was getting ready to cry. He looked like he was going to be like, you know, when the shoulders is up like a little kid, but he walked on to the back because he feeling some kind of way. He is very frustrated about the position that he is in. Back to Adam Pearce. He back there talking to Bailey and Lyra. Lyra was like, yeah, me and Bailey's all right now. So we need a tag team title situation. And Bailey was like, yeah, we're good. I took my meds. I need a tag team title situation with Lyra Velcro. And then the Kabuki Warriors came over and they was like, stupid. Now, Oscar ate fucking Bailey all the way up. She said, let me get this straight. Bitch, I asked you to be on my team. You sat there, dogged us out. Now look at you. Charlotte's in the ring, and your bitch ass is back here. She should have took it a step further. 4 horsewomen. You got one that's collecting belts. You got one that's always in the goddamn title scene. Right? You got one that has a dick and calls herself the man and is acting like Donald Trump. And then there's you. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, bitch. Get in the field. I said, I know that's right. We playing with these fucking action figures there at Target. Judgment Day segment. Jesus. What can I say? Liv Morgan's is back. Liv Morgan is back, and she look haggard. Liv Morgan is back, and them bags is bagging under her eyes, child. Y'all talk about Alexa Bliss. Liv Morgan looks like she been through a fucking blender. Okay? I don't give a shit what anybody says. She looks like she's on her ranch down in Florida drinking all the goddamn Modelo and fucking natural light your ass can handle. Okay? She looked like she lay on her couch and watch fucking football, digging her navel for lint and eat her boogers. That's how she looked tonight. I am not excited about this because get ready for weeks and weeks and weeks of chicken nuggets. Oh, Daddy Dom. Oh, Judgment Day. Get ready. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Basically, Liv said, I miss all you motherfuckers. But from what I heard, y'all done lost all the gold and you look like shit. You're tired. You're ugly. You ain't cute. Your hair ain't done. That's what she said to the girls. She said, so look, mama's back. I'm going to get this whole thing back together. And we going to get this where we got to get it. So she walked over there to Dominic, slapped the shit out of him, and then proceeded to... I said, oh, God. My God, on today. Moving right along. Maxine Dupree and Natalia was trained. Let me tell you something. If Natalia is bringing that hardcore Natty 9 hard, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't want Paul Leviskay putting his hands on her new character. Natty 9 Heart was whooping Maxine Dupree's ass. She said, get the fuck out my ring. Maxine got up and said, give me more. And Natty turned around and was like, oh, word? Let me put my motherfucking grills in. Where the niggas at? Because she got a bunch of black dudes she walked behind. When you got black dudes behind you, you already know it's going down. She said, where the niggas at? I said, ooh, no, she ain't. Adam Pearce was talking to referee Eddie Orengo. Now, this is the part. We got to hold on right here because this is just dumb. Adam, you ain't doing shit tonight. Why did you leave up this information to the goddamn referee? Somebody help me understand. Let me tell you what they want to stretch this fucking who is it in the goddamn, jogger suit with the fat ass. First of all, Seth got a nice little ass, but it ain't fat. So we can already cancel him out, okay? Adam Pearce gonna ask Eddie Orengo to, be vigilant tonight and see what's going on because there's a picture of Seth Rollins not wearing a sling and he's somehow walking around the building. Okay? And ain't nobody gonna hit no curb stomp like that and run up the ring the way they did, which is what I noticed. Because I said, whoever that was, them motherfuckers went up that ring like Vega. They didn't even come down the ring. They jumped off of the fence. Right? That curb stomp was full of youth. It wasn't no my fucking neck, back, my pussy, and my crack curb stomp like Seth Rollins be giving. No, this one was full of youth and energy and stamina. He gonna tell Elliot Rango, I know you gotta work tonight, but still watch out for the guy. How you gonna ask him that? He gotta work. Adam, listen, moving right along. This is the second match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus The New Day with Grayson Waller for the World Tag Team Championships. Listen, completely unnecessary. I couldn't tell you nothing. Okay? Couldn't tell you nothing. New Day lost. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee they just fighting just cause. That's all. That's all they doing. They just in there fighting. That's all. We got a video recap of Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki from a Survivor Series. Nikki had put out a little clip or whatever. They was backstage and Nikki said, listen, I may have got my ass whipped every which way to Sunday, but I'm not done. I still got stuff in that tank. Yeah, bitch. Okay, so she's going to be on break until they decide to use her. Just like Brock Lesnar and CM Punk and fucking Drew McIntyre. Anyway, Jackie Redmond was backstage and she looked like she had some bone broth tonight. She still was a little hunched over, but she had a little more blood, a little more peach to her skin. So I'm going to give her that. She was backstage. She was trying to talk to Stephanie Vaquer, and she asked Stephanie what message she wanted to send because she had beat Nikki Bella's ass, you know what I mean? And, you know, Stephanie was like, well, I want to show everyone that when you betray Stephanie Vaquer, you gonna get burned, and I ready for whoever next. And then we pan, and this old haggard ass looking Liv Morgan talking about, ooh, that's cute. That's cute. That's gonna look good on me. Congratulations, Stephanie. I was just like, oh God. Timothy Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet is gonna be down to the Cody Rhodes. What you was talking about? Libation Station Bus Depot. If you want to go listen to that, Bailey's gonna be over there with the Undertaker and Michelle McCool. Mark and Michelle. That's where Bailey gonna be at. That shit gonna be boring as fuck. I'm not even gonna hold you. If you gonna sit and listen to Mark, Michelle, and bless her heart, Bailey for an hour and 30 minutes, child, it ain't gonna be me. They better have some hot takes and clips. I sit through some and bring y'all back the information, but I ain't sitting through none of these. I ain't sitting through none. Not one. Show ain't. What else we got? Thursday, Andrew Schultz is gonna be on Stephanie's Cabaret. So she just got through coming off that heavy duty one with AJ Lee where she was, you know, Stephanie looked like she was in a woke vortex. She was like, oh my God, this is so woke. Yes, you're poor. Yeah, let's get through this. I just want everyone to know that I was rooting for her when she just dogged me the fuck out about not being a girl's girl. Now she gets to get in the field with a real live white supremacist in Andrew Schultz. That's going to be a good time if you want to see what he's talking about down to Stephanie's Cabaret. Because what the fuck? what the fuck, right? Huh? Yeah. Nick Khan is going to be down to Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast on Thursday. And LA Knight is going to be on that show with them ugly ass people. What's his name? Them twins. They look like fucking. They look like, you remember that movie Basket Case? Yeah, both of them. One looked like the Toxic Avenger, and the other lady looked like Basket Case. Tell me if I'm wrong. So it's a whole lot going on in the podcast world, and none of that am I interested in. Moving right along, Division was in the ring. Let me tell you something. Oh goodness. Division won War Games, no follow-up. But what you need to know is that Braun Breaker got on the mic. And this was Braun Breaker's time to shine because he said CM Punk was like, yeah, you did a little couple things, you did a little yang, but you need to get your bitch ass on the mic and show me what you got. You need to show me what you got. And so Braun Breaker said, well, listen, I'm going to show you what I got, bitch. Because on January 5th, my balls is going to be down your throat and you're going to be looking up at my gooch. I said, who the fuck wrote that? That's what I heard. Now, will I tell you to go back and see if it really said that? No, because you're going to waste your time. And then at the end, he said, I'm the best in the world. Remember when Braun Breaker was screaming? He was like, ah! That's what Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar was like, ah! Yeah, that's what Bronson Reed was like. Now, child, listen, the Bronzes, I can't even get their names together. It's too many B's. Too many B's. That's why you should just call him Steiner. He said, I'm the best in the world. Child, they was in there hyping him up. They was like, yes, ooh, damn, ooh, oh. Child, listen, I still don't take you seriously because you don't even know how to put on a motherfucking tan. And you don't know how to take a doomsday device. You land on your neck and shoulders and sat there with them fucking sonic. Somebody need to put some sonic rings blasting out his ass. I need to see that. Or put the birds where they be like over his head or something. Because he was sitting there like, what's going on? Shibang, bang, bang. Like Sammy Davis Jr. Moving right along. We got Jackie Redmond backstage trying to talk to Jay. She said, Jay, it's me. We just had dinner. Remember me, you, and Miss Parker just had dinner, Jay. What's going on? Why is you doing me like this? Jay was like, listen, I don't care about Braun Breaker, the Vision, or none of that. I just got my ass whooped more than once. And you know what? I'm tired. I don't know what else to do. Everybody hates my fucking guts. Everybody don't like when I'm ooshin' and douching. So what I'm supposed to do now? You know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look in the mirror. I'm gonna go stare at myself and look in the mirror. Okay. Matter of fact, Jackie. Matter of fact, Roman was right. The belts look good on him. They don't look good on me. 4 letters. 1 word. Lost. Oh wait, lost. And he left. We got a clip again with John Cena because his last match will be down to the Saturday Night Main Events, and it's looking like it's gonna be Gunther. It's gonna be Gunther. But you can see the full interview that we just spent weeks watching in its entirety on December 8th down to the WWE YouTube channel. So we got the third match. Gunther versus Solo Sikoa with Talatonga in his corner for the semifinal of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Let me tell you something. I'm not even going to be mad about it. It was cute. It was a cute little situation. It was cute. It was a lot going on. Gunther got to slapping the shit out of Solo chest and then somehow got power bombed and Gunther moved on. There you go. It was a cute little thing. It held my attention. It did. It held it for a minute. I just knew Solo was going to win. And I don't even know why I did that. I knew full well Solo ain't finna do shit in the WWE, okay? Gunther moving right along. We got a new WrestleMania teaser, which sucked. So we see Becky Lynch coming in to the bar. She coming to get something to drink because the bitch don't play craps or nothing down to the Las Vegas. They went from the kitchen to the bar. That's all the ladies are going to get. And Becky said, you know what? Give me a martini with some tahini. Then she looked at the camera. She said, I think everyone forgets who's the best female wrestler of all time. But don't worry. I'm going to remind all you hoes how I get down. And she didn't even drink the goddamn drink. Didn't take a sip. A mess. Moving right along, Eddie Orango, he came up and he was like, listen, man, I don't know nothing about no Seth Rollins. And I ain't got nothing to tell you. And then AJ Styles said he saw Seth walking around without a sling. And then Styles told Adam Pearce that they want to defend their titles next week against a deserving team. Perhaps a team that hasn't gotten a title shot recently. And Dragon Lee was like, War Raiders. And Adam Pearce was like, you know what? I thought y'all was going to say Street Profits. But this is even better. The War Raiders. Yeah, because everybody want to see. They want to see the War Raiders versus you two motherfuckers. Glacias. Yeah, de nada. Next week on Raw, we're going to have the winner of the Last Time Is Now tournament in the house. Plus, Rey Mysterio is going to fight Finn Balor. Oh my God. It's going to be epic. Epic. Epico. Yeah. Jackie Redmond, she was backstage working tonight. They had the girls working. Friday, it was old girl. And today is Jackie Redmond. She was back to talk to Rey Mysterio and how he felt when he going to prepare for his match against Finn Balor. Like, it's a big fucking deal. And Rey was like, you know what? The issue is I got a bastard for a son. And, he's all up in the Judgment Day's ass. And I want to get my hands on him and take another shot at that IC title. Because, that's what the people want to see. Me fight my fucking kid nonstop. And so Logan Paul was like, bitch, when you going to retire? Matter of fact, I'll be the one to do it. And Ray slapped him like a young, hot Latina schoolyard girl. And Logan said, oh, clutched his pearls. He said, you slapped me? Yeah. Final match, 4 matches in 3 hours. Okay? Yeah. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they call themselves Rio. Not to be confused with Rio. Okay? Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I'm going to be honest with you. They was doing their little thing. It picked up toward the middle. It was getting real good. Charlotte and Rhea, they had their little back and forth. And I was like, you know what? Listen, Charlotte gave you the best match of your life those years ago down to the WrestleMania. You ain't never gonna get another match like that again. But they mixed it up. Charlotte looked real cute in her outfit. I did like her stuff. Her titties are ridiculous. I cannot fathom why anyone would want airbags on their chest like that. They look like two fucking knobs. And they was about to pop the fuck out because at one point Rhea was gonna power her up and they both fell over. But Rhea went ahead and powered her up and threw her off or whatever the case may be. And it was a cute little thing. But the funny thing is, Alexa Bliss was laying down the majority of the fucking match. It literally was a triple threat. And then finally, Alexa Bliss got tagged in. She trying to do a Sister Abigail. She trying to do a Twisted Bliss. I don't understand how this bitch keeps a job. Oh, she sells merch. Oh my, she has ponytails. I forgot. That's what. She barely wrestled, okay? Barely wrestled. So I am going to give a round of applause for Rhea, Io, and Charlotte because them three was in the ring. They was putting it up tonight. Round of applause. Unfortunately, we could not have a clean victory. The Kabuki Warriors came in, wrecked shop, and then we had Lyra Velcro and Bailey come in and wreck shop, right? And then we had the Judgment Day come in and fuck up the thing, okay? Because this is the Liv Morgan show. Liv Morgan is back. I'm back now. So we got a Pop Rocks that was more believable. Although Charlotte, she's kind of long to be. And then we got a Tahana Bomb on EO. And then Liv Morgan got in the ring and Roxanne gave Liv Morgan the title and Liv Morgan gave it back to her and said, no, bitch, you're going to be in a tag team because I'm going to be the main event. So that's fine. Then Liv Morgan got in the middle of the Roxanne and the Raquel and held their hands up and said, we're back! And that's how the show ended. Yes, you were waiting for Who's the Masked Man? Oh, well, you might as well take a sip to that because you got, baby. Oh, what Paul Leviskay said. He said there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and there's going to be stuff that's going to be answered on the show, but I'm not really sure how we're going to answer it. We're just going to drag this shit out because we ain't got shit to do. Didn't know when nobody on the goddamn show. There was no follow-up to the War Games because it was nonsense. War Games had nothing of substance. No Nikki Bella, no Brock Lesnar, no CM Punk, no goddamn Drew McIntyre. We didn't get the losers from the women's side because now the field over here on Raw for the women's tag team championships is heavy. How we going to get Nia Jax and Lash Legend over there to get some? They didn't show up. We got fucking Meechin and B-Fab who, you know what? I want B-Fab to get away from Meechin, but listen, I waved the right flag, baby. The flag is waved. Them two hoes in the tag team, how we gonna get them over there? Does anybody give a fuck about Jade Cargill? Because who's her next opponent? Speaking of which, who's gonna be Stephanie Vaquer's next opponent? Because I know they're not thrusting Liv Morgan into a match with her just so she could take that shit off. That would be awful. That would be awful. Yes. So many questions and nothing answered. And that was Monday Night Raw. Epic Monday Night Raw. Yes. Mm-hmm. With all that being said, would I tell you to go watch this show? You better not. You better not. But let me take a sip. Say it with me. That's all I got because I ain't got no